Good morning, you guys. For today, I am going to be doing a vlog, kind of like a work from home vlog. I have a pretty busy day today, and I did one of these videos, I want to say 2 weeks ago, where I kind of took you guys with me through my day and showed you guys like what I do in a day just being home. But for today's video, I wanted to do it more of like YouTube based, in the sense that I want to show you guys like how I film, my setup. I also have a conference call with a brand, and just kind of more of like my YouTube work life, because that other vlog that I did was more of like my regular work day. This is going to be focused more on YouTube and social media, which I think a lot of you guys are going to like, because I always get so many questions like, what camera do you use? What does your setup look like? How do you edit? What do you edit with? So I think I'm going to do that for you guys today, because my day today is just focused on creating content, editing content, and just YouTube stuff. So I wanted to film that for you guys, give you guys kind of like an insight into everything, because a lot of people just think that we just sit in front of the camera and that's it and we talk, and that's not like that at all. Like, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. We're starting looking like a hot mess. I literally have been working on, I just finished breakfast in the morning. I did answer some emails. I didn't show you guys that part because that's just me sitting down at my desk and just answering emails that I get in. So I do that right as soon as I wake up. I answer emails, whether it's on my phone or on my desk. Emails always first. That way I get it out of the way and I don't have to worry about it till either later on today or tomorrow. To be quite honest, that's something that I should be better at, answering emails. By the way, I'm sorry if this is a weird angle, but this camera weighs a ton. So that's something that I should definitely get better at, just answering emails, because sometimes I only answer emails once a day, because honestly that's the only time that I have. I either answer the emails like really early in the morning or like really late, and I need to try to see how I fit that into my schedule more, because sometimes I have brands waiting for an answer and I don't want to make it seem like I'm not interested, because I am, but it's really hard to constantly be emailing while creating content, while keeping up with stuff from like chores and things like that. That's really hard. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to get ourselves ready, because I am going to be filming. Today I'm going to be filming my eyebrow routine. I got a request from one of my subscribers last week. I think it was last week. Yeah. She wanted to see how I do my sculpted eyebrows, so I told her that I would film it this week. And that you want to do is know what you're going to film, research what you're going to film. I used to just film whatever came to mind, and I've come to the conclusion that you need to have a plan. You need to just either, whether it's a video that you really want to do, or it's a trend, or maybe you got a request, but don't just film something just to film something, to have something up. Make sure that you are doing your research and that the video is somewhat popular, or that someone wants to see it, because if not, then you're just going to be putting out a video that people are not going to want to watch. So I've been getting tons of requests for my eyebrows, like my eyebrow routine, what I do to fill in my eyebrows. So that's what I'm going to be filming today. So that is my first step. Figure out what I'm going to film. And then the second step is get yourself ready to film. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to brush this hair out and get dressed. And then we're going to go into our makeup room. And then I'll show you guys the process of setting everything up in there, which is the part that I hate the most. But first, let's get ourselves ready. And sorry if I'm talking kind of low. Lawrence is in the other room working, and it's kind of awkward. All right, so I kind of sort of got myself ready. Let me show you guys my outfit. So I am wearing this two-piece from Fashion Nova, and I'm wearing it because not only is it super comfortable, like I love this set for my house, just to like lounge around my house. I love the crop top, love the pants. They're stunning and they make my body look so good. Since I'm doing a full face of makeup, I'm going to take advantage of that, and I'm going to take some outfit pictures for Fashion Nova. So yeah, that's another thing that you can do. You can kind of multitask. So if you know that you're going to be doing a full face of makeup, might as well throw on a cute outfit and also take a couple pictures with that outfit, and you can post to Instagram as well. So we are in my beauty room now, and this is where I film. I have tried so many times to redecorate this room, and I buy things for the room and I end up giving them to my mom. Like there was a point that this whole entire room was pink and I was over it. So I gave everything to my mom, and now this room is bare. Like there's nothing in here. And I don't really know what style to go for in this room, to be quite honest. Like I have my working desk here that holds all of my makeup, like everything. All of my makeup is kept in there. In this closet over here, I have backdrops, extra lights, and then that's where I also store my lighting, which I'll show you guys now. And then in this wall, this is kind of like what I used to film as my backdrop. I have a plant in here, and then this thing right here holds all of my skincare. Like I have a ton of stuff in there that I have to go through. So that is pretty much like my makeup room. And I also have a pink carpet that I need to get rid of because look how dirty my carpet is. So that is like my makeup room. That is where I film. It's definitely, see my back fat. So that is where I film. This is my little space where I film, and I like it because it's minimal. Like, oh, and I also have a big mirror here. Anyways, I like it because it's minimum, but it's not cute. You know, it's just like a bunch of stuff thrown. So I eventually want to like add some curtains, and I stopped myself, like I told you guys, I stopped myself from buying things for this room because I really never have a plan with it. So I always just buy a bunch of stuff and then I end up not liking anything. So I have to kind of figure out what I'm gonna do with this room. So let me show you guys how I set everything up. Okay, so this is my filming setup. I also have like a little charging station over here where I have everything plugged in. I usually do this the night before I film just to make sure that everything that I'm going to use has battery and I'm not going to run out of battery on anything. So make sure that you charge everything the night before. So this is the only thing that I use to film. Before, I used to have like 3 or 4 lights in front of me. I used to have this light in the back, and I don't do that anymore. I have found that I like the more, I don't know, just something more minimum. And I actually found this light right here thanks to Carly Bible, and it truly has made such a difference. And it's so easy to like put away and clean up because it's only one light, whereas before I had like a bunch of lights in front of me, and I was always having issues with my videos either being too bright or too dark, and just with one light it just makes it so much easier. I don't know, it really makes a difference. So this is everything that I use to film. I have my chair, I have a table that folds in and out, so when I'm done with it I can fold it away and put it away so it's not in the way of anything. And then this is my camera. So I always get so many questions on the camera that I use. So it is this one. This is the Canon 80D, and this is the lens that I have on it. This is the Canon 24-105 lens. This is the microphone that I use, which I definitely need to get a new one. And then this is the light that I use. See if I can get the back of it. This is the model of the light. Now, one thing I have to say about this particular light is that it's a battery operated light, and the batteries don't last that long. So when I bought the batteries, also the batteries are not included with the light. So if you do decide to purchase this light, make sure that you also buy batteries, because the batteries are not included in the light. So the batteries that I bought for it, the batteries that this particular light takes, it doesn't really last that long. And whenever I film makeup videos, I like to take my time with them. So I need something that's going to last me a really long time. So the batteries for this particular light, they only last like an hour, hour and a half. And sometimes I take a little bit longer than that to film. So I need something that's going to be constant. So I just ordered the cable for it. So if you don't film long YouTube videos, and you can totally do this and buy the battery pack. So this is the battery pack for the lights, but if you film for a longer time, then you definitely want to get the cable. Mine should be coming really soon because I did order it. So hopefully it gets here quickly because it's such a pain to have to switch the batteries on and off in the middle of the video. That's one thing you don't want to worry about. You want to have constant lighting. So that's the only negative thing I have to say about this light, but it's an easy fix. Just buy the cable, invest in the cable, and it's not that expensive. It's like 20, 30 bucks, like 25, 27 bucks. So yeah, that is the lighting that I use. I'll link it down below. I'll link my camera down below. The tripod that I use is the Sun Pack tripod, and I got this from Best Buy when I first started making videos. This tripod is so old. It's been with me for ever since I started making YouTube channel. Ever since I started making YouTube videos, I've had this tripod. Should I invest in a new one? Definitely. But is this one still working? Yes. So if it's not broken, why fix it, right? So that is everything that I use to film videos. And when I turn everything on, I'll show you what it looks like. I used to use this light over here as my backdrop to kind of light up the backdrop, and I haven't been using that just because this little light is super bright, so I don't really need this one anymore. I just have it there in the corner just in case I do, but I don't use it. I only use this one light. So another thing that I use, another lens that I use is this one. This is the Canon 52mm lens, the Canon 50mm, and this lens helps you have a blurred backdrop because it has an f-stop of 1.8, but you cannot adjust it. So this is a wide lens and it's not adjustable. It's not going to zoom in and out, so you have to just put it and that's where it's going to stay. It's not like this lens. Let me show you. It's not like this lens. This one goes, like, if you want to zoom in, this lens is great for that. This one does not zoom in. So this is if you're going to have like a still image, you can use this one. I like to use this lens for my intros and my outros just to have that really pretty blurred backdrop, and then to zoom in and out I switch to this one. So I always start with this lens, and then when I'm ready to film my intro and outro I switch to this one. This one is actually really affordable. It's only 120 bucks I want to say, and it's really good, so you can invest in this one. Just remember that that lens does not zoom in and out. It is just for a still picture. So if you're just gonna be like this talking to the camera, that lens is great. This lens is great because it's gonna give you that blurry background. But if you need to zoom into the eye or to the lips or zoom in when you're doing your makeup, you're not gonna get it with that lens. So the next thing that I do is I set everything out that I'm going to use in that particular video. So for today's video, I'm filming my eyebrow routine. So the only thing that I need to pull is my eyebrow stuff, and then I'll do my makeup afterwards. So I'm gonna have my little eyebrow tray right here, ready to go. I also put down my mirror, my eyebrow, and anything else that I think I might need. So I really also like these powders. So I'm gonna pull this out as well, but that's it. So I have pulled everything that I need. So I have my whole eyebrow tray with everything that I use for my eyebrows, like pencils, brow gels, tweezers, my little scissors, everything is here. And then I also have my brow powders in case I want to talk about them. And then I also have my mirror. You cannot forget your mirror. And then that is pretty much it. So this is what I look at when I film my videos. Again, once I'm ready to film, I'll show you guys what that looks like. So now I am going to adjust the camera. Huge important part is your camera settings. So I shoot in manual mode. I have an f-stop of 4.4, which is the lowest that it can go in. The lower the f-stop, the more blurry the background is. So if you want a really nice and blurry background, make sure that your f-stop is all the way down. And then I keep my ISO in between 100 to 250. I don't take it any higher. So I kind of play with it. For the other lens, I keep my ISO at 100, have it at 60 frames per second. So yeah, that is my settings for the camera. And I do color correct on Final Cut Pro. I always color correct all of my videos. It's super important, and I don't think a lot of, I'm starting to look crazy. So another thing that is super important, and I don't see a lot of people talk about it, is video editing color wise. So like color wise video editing. I hope that makes sense. A lot of the times, a lot of people think that we get the videos from the camera, we put them into our computer, we edit them, and then we upload them, but they never mention color grading. And color grading when you're doing YouTube videos is super important, because sometimes the colors don't really properly show on camera. So you do have to go into your editing software and color correct your video, whether you need to add more saturation or take the saturation down, add more exposure, make the blacks a little bit darker, all of that stuff. I do that to every single one of my videos, and I think that's why you guys always say that my videos are such good quality, is because I always take the time to color correct every single video, and every single video is color corrected differently. Because for example, today I'm wearing brown, but let's say that tomorrow I'm wearing red. So my saturation for brown and red are not going to be the same, because I want my reds to stand out, and maybe I want my browns to just be a little bit more muted. So do take that in mind. I can totally do a separate video on color correction and how I color correct my videos. But yeah, I do spend a good amount of time color grading my videos and color correcting them. Camera is centered, everything is in place. The only thing that I need to do now is I'm going to do my hair and start getting ready to film. I have a conference call with a brand at 1 p.m. and it's currently 12:06, so I have a whole hour to kill. I don't really want to start filming now because I don't want to stop halfway through. This camera is dying, so I'm going to put this to charge. I'm going to jump on my conference call. I'm going to do my hair, and then I'll show you guys once everything is set up and ready to film. Okay guys, so it is like around 1:30. I think it's like 1:30. I just finished my call and now I am getting ready to film. So I'm gonna show you guys what, oh, and I also did my hair. I have on this like pony extension because I wanted like that Kim K braid vibe. So let me show you guys what my light looks like now. So this is what I see when I film. So I have my really bright light. My camera is ready to go. I have my mirror here. Hey. And then I have my tools down here. And we are ready to get started. So I'm gonna quickly film this video and then I'll see you after. Okay, so I just finished filming, and what I like to do next is I like to stand in front of my big windows and I usually take some selfies for Instagram. I do some stories, talk to you guys, tell you guys that I just filmed this look so that you guys can stay like looking for it, on the lookout for it. So that is what I just did. So I already have that done. So now what I want to do is I'm going to see if I can find Lawrence and have Lawrence take some pictures of my outfit, my Fashion Nova fit. Since I already have my makeup done and my hair done, might as well take advantage of that and have him take some pictures of my outfit. Sometimes I am very picky and he doesn't really do a good job at taking my pictures. So I do have to go in and try to like take my own pictures. But yeah, so we're gonna go find him. I think he's outside, and excuse me, I'm gonna have him take some pictures of me. And yeah, and it is currently, what time is it? It is 3:30. So it is 3:30 and I've been doing this whole process since like noon. So it does take some time and I'm not even close to being done because I still have to edit it, upload it, everything. All right, let's go find him so he can take some pictures of us. I might have chocolate all over my teeth because I had, yeah. I had an Oreo ball. They're so good. I made them the other day and I just had one because actually skipped lunch and it is currently 4:57. As you can see, I have already put everything away. I have to put things away. I cannot work knowing that there's a mess in my workspace. So I cleaned everything away. I put everything away. This stuff up here, it's things that I want to try, or new things, or things that I'm giving away. So I always kind of have some stuff there. But I cleaned everything and now I'm ready to start editing. Well, start importing. So what I use to edit is Final Cut Pro. I always get tons of questions on what programs I use. So I use Final Cut Pro. I love editing with Final Cut Pro. By the way, how cute is my cup? It says Miss Nelly. This was gifted to me at the beginning of the school year by one of my coworkers, and she actually makes them, and she has her own Etsy shop. I don't know if it's on Etsy. I know it's on Instagram, but she just started making these, and I love my cup. I always have it with me. It's amazing, and it keeps my water super cold, and I love the fact that it's customized. And I'll have her information down in the description, because this is such a cute gift, like for a teacher or even for yourself. You can customize it and kind of write whatever you want here, and she does everything. I think she even does wine glasses too. I think I saw wine glasses, I'm not sure, but she does a bunch of stuff. So I'll have her shop down in the description so you guys can check it out. She does amazing work. I didn't have a successful photo shoot. I actually took the pictures myself, and I mean, I put this one up. Can you see? I mean, it's cute. It's me just sitting in my couch. I actually ended up having to take the pictures myself because I thought Lawrence was home, and he was not home. Sometimes it's kind of hard to take your own pictures because you can't really get like the right angle that you want. I have like something in my eye. You can't really get like the right angle that you want and things like that. So it's kind of hard to do it yourself, but I kind of went with it and I got that picture. And I mean, it's kind of cute. It's just me sitting down on my couch, just staring into space. But anyways, so now I am sitting in my Final Cut Pro. Let me show you guys what that looks like. It's my favorite. I'm just so used to using it, and it's so user-friendly that this is just what I use. Now, I'm not gonna go into detail on how to exactly edit a video. Like, what does that look like? Because I can be here forever just talking about how to actually like sit down and edit a video. But if you guys want to, I can totally do one in the future. But it does take a while. Like, editing takes me about anywhere from 2 to like 5 hours. If it's a quick video, I'll be sitting down for like 2 hours. If it's a really long video, I'll be sitting down for a lot longer. Another big question is thumbnails. Like, what camera do I use to take my thumbnails, and how do I take my thumbnails? And you can take a screen grab of your video, or you can just take a picture of yourself after, like you can use a selfie. So I took a couple pictures. You always want to take a lot of pictures just so you can have options. You want to make sure that you, like, once you sit down to like edit and import it and submit it, like upload it to YouTube, you want to make sure that you have a lot of content so that you can choose from. And not, I'd rather be indecisive between a couple pictures than have no pictures whatsoever. So I took a couple pictures, like a couple selfies. So I can either choose from here, or I can just choose one from my video, like take a screen grab of a picture and then just add like some cute text and font. See, I'll show you guys. So I have my Photoshop also opened. Can you see that? So here's my Photoshop, and this is kind of like where I do my thumbnails and things like that, which I really like to work on Photoshop. So what I do is I will do my base on Photoshop. Like, I would put the two pictures together. I would add that's my oven. I would add like text, and if I have to add any pictures to it, I would add that. And then once I have that picture in Photoshop, I export it and I email it to myself, and I download it on my phone. And then on my phone, I will go into Facetune and any filter that I want to add, and then I add that. I think honestly the easiest part is just sitting down to film. So I want to show you guys what color correcting is on Final Cut, because it's really important, and it's one of the steps that I never ever miss. So this is my raw image, like straight from the camera. If this would just, okay, so this is my raw image straight from the camera. There's no editing, there's no nothing. And then let me show you guys once I color correct. Whenever you start to export the video into your computer gets really slow, so beware. All right, so here is the video normal. Let me find a picture where I'm just like smiling or something. So that is a normal clip, and then when I color correct briefly without tweaks or anything, just with what I added, you can see how it adds so much more depth. So look at before, that's the before, right? And then look at the after. You see how it just kind of makes everything just come more to life? You see that? And it's so little. I'm not smoothing anything, nothing. The only thing that I'm doing is making the colors just brighter. Before, after. Definitely get into color correcting your videos, because it does make a huge difference when you color correct them, and when you kind of just make the colors just pop a little bit more. It's really important for you to do that. So I think that is going to be it for today's video. My work day is pretty much done. It is currently 5:15 in the afternoon, and I've been working since really early in the morning. Kind of summarize my day because it's been a long time. So I start in the morning, and the first thing that I do is emails, and I finish with that like around 10:30, and then I do breakfast, and then I start prepping to film. So I start by making my room film appropriate. Like I start moving my plant, taking out my lights, taking out the products that I'm gonna use. Then I get myself ready. You can do vice versa. You can fix your room and then get ready, or get ready and then fix your room. Today I had a conference call, so that's why I started filming a little bit later. Then I started to film, and then I take my pictures for my thumbnail and all of that. And now I am prepping. I clean my room, like kind of like set it up again for it to be an office, and then I now export to my computer. And tomorrow in the morning, same thing again, except the filming. So tomorrow in the morning I do emails, and then I start editing, and that takes me like a good 4 hours. And then after that I can either do more content, or my days usually vary. But yeah, I think this video is going to be really long, but I think I gave you guys a lot of tips that I'm always being asked. I'll have a link to everything down in the description. What camera do I use, the lighting that I'm using, the lenses that I'm using, the tripod, the program that I'm using. Everything is going to be linked down below. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope it was helpful. I hope it was insightful, and that you guys, you know, learned a thing or two and make your videos and take them to the next level. Let me know if you want me to do a video on just I've been watching too much Love Island. I'm starting to sound British. British. Oh my god, I'm tired. So let me know if you guys want me to do a video just on the editing part of it, because there's a lot that goes into editing, transitions, like color grading. Color grading takes me so long. But yeah, that's it. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I'm sorry if this video was long. I love you so much, and I will be back with a new video very, very soon. Mwah!